What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Well, it's your boy Harlem, and I'm back again with another video. There's gonna be our outlook for the week, for the coming week of the 5th all the way to the 10th, to the 9th of December. So I don't want to make this video be too long, and I don't want to take time or make everything that I'll be breaking down be a bit harder for someone. But I just want to keep it plain, simple, and straight. Understand? So, financial disclaimer: this ain't financial advice. Everything I say you do, it's basically all simply based off of my own experience. Nasdaq might do some BS. Gold might respect my opinions. German 30 might not. US 30 might. USD CAD might not. Tesla might. Bitcoin might not. So on and so forth. So we don't just capitalize on what we can afford to capitalize on your form. So I'm gonna start off on the NAS because it's my all-time favorite. So looking at the structure of the NAS from the 28th, we were looking obviously forward for continuations to the downside, simply by price breaking in and retesting below for continuation to the downside. But unfortunately, price still held that upper intraday support, whatever that you can say it is, and pushed to the upside. So obviously, with a push to the upside, price started moving sideways. You understand? So obviously, with a sideways movement, we all know what we have to do. We either wait for price to do what? Break above or break below. But fortunately, we had price breaking below. You understand? We had price breaking below, tapping, rejecting that very same resistance, that we're looking at, rejected that very same resistance and pushing to the upside. So now on my outlook from the 4 hour, all I can say I'll be looking for, or all I'll be waiting for executions from, it's once we get a clear direction that like price is really failing to continue to the upside, I would start looking for those downward moves to the upside. But obviously, because now we have a major resistance, which price is trading above of the resistance, if price fails to break or trading, or if price fails to trade below the very same zone, I would anticipate what the continuation to the upside. But if price breaks those highs, obviously we all know what to do: break, retest for continuation to the upside. So from my 4 hour, all I can say is I'm just simply waiting for price to do what? To tap on our resistance if it would, or to break our highs if it would. So all I can say is we're simply waiting for what? Break of the highs, or for price to trade below or above our resistance. So from the hourly time frame, man, why is my computer too slow today, man? The fuck I did to you, man. So from the hourly time frame, all I can simply say is I saw something like this, bro, on Friday for NFP. I anticipated something like this. You understand me? So obviously we all know that like with a head and shoulders, we simply need price to do what? Break the highs, break the lows, come back for a retest in anticipation of a continuation to the downside. So based off of the 4 hour, long as price does what? Fails to continue to the upside, then I'd be looking for that bear momentum to the downside. But if price taps on our resistance and fails continuing to the downside, then I'd look for what? For that anticipation or that direction moving to the upside. So all I can say is from our 4 hour long, my trade idea from the 4 hour is long as you trade above resistance, you continue bullish. Like I said, once price taps in on that zone and fails continuing to the downside, then I'll anticipate that upward move. But if price breaks the highs, then obviously we anticipate continuations to the upside. And from the hourly time frame of my trade idea, we follow our 4 hour direction. So like I anticipate that like the 4 hour might do what? Might tap on our resistance, then we can start looking for those continuations to the upside on the hourly based off of the 4 hour. The hard time frame movement will do what? Respect the smaller time frames. That's how I'm looking forward. Understand me? So that's my take on the NAS. But looking at current price, bro, like looking at current price, this is a fail. You understand me? This is a trade that you can execute, bro. Like no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap, because we can tell that like we had a head and shoulders, we had price breaking out, and we had price coming back for a retest, not closing price not closing above or price not closing inside that very same zone, closing below that zone. Obviously, with that said, we can anticipate what a continuation to the what to the downside. So yeah, that's my take on the NAS. I'm looking for price to respect what I'm simply looking for price to do what to either break the highs to continue bullish or to come back to our resistance to look for that continuation either to the upside or to the downside. Looking at gold. Looking at gold, we can't tell on our outlook that we were looking for continuations to the upside from that zone with a TP of that high. Understand me? So in this instance, right, price did respect our trade. Price did respect our trade, no cap, right? So all I can say is because now we're trading on our major resistance, because now we're trading on our major resistance, and I see something like this from the daily time frame. This is my daily analysis. This is my daily analysis, you follow me? So all I can say is, bro, like all I must say is if we need a confirmed inverse head and shoulders, if we need our inverse head and shoulders to be confirmed, right, we can simply wait for what? Wait for price to trade above our resistance for continuation to the upside. But if price fails breaking above and trading below, then we can anticipate what that reversal to the downside. But either way, we're having a potential head and shoulders, which we're waiting for price to trade above the neckline. If we get that, then we can start looking for those continuations to the upside. But if price fails breaking to the upside, then we anticipate that downward move to the downside. So from the hourly time frame, so from the hourly time frame, there's nothing for me to say because we're simply looking forward. We're simply waiting for our 4 hour to confirm this. So obviously, to confirm our head and shoulders, to confirm our inverse head and shoulders, let's simply wait for price to trade above our neckline for continuation to the upside. But if price fails breaking that very same zone and gives us some sort of some sort of bullish depletion and the bear momentum, then we can start looking for that reversal to the downside. So my trade idea is the daily chart has a potential head and shoulders. We continue bullish above neckline. The daily time frame has a potential head and shoulders. We continue bullish above our neckline. Understand me? So on the hourly is we bullish above resistance. We bearish it failed to break, like I say. Obviously, if price fails breaking to the upside, then we start looking for that downward move. But if price breaks out and retest, we continue to the upside. That's just plain and simple, right? So looking at German 30, German 30, I have nothing to say. German 30, I have nothing to say. But all I can say is we're having a daily time frame rising wedge. Understand me? It's small on the daily time frame. You can go check it out. On the daily time frame, it's very small, but on the 4 hour and the hourly, it's that big rising wedge. So all I can say is, bro, like all I can say is I'm just simply looking forward. Oh, I'm just simply waiting for price to break the what? To break the lows and to break the overall trend to confirm that we are having that inverse head and shoulders. So if we break this one, we can start taking our risk entries. But if we break this one, we can take a good entry. And if we break this one, we would have a long trade moving to the downside, looking for a 50% retracement or a 90%, which meaning we can actually take profit there, or obviously to the downward. So now I won't say much, but all I can say is we're having a potential rising wedge. We're simply looking for price to break the lows to continue to the downside. Understand? This might be how I'm looking forward to move. But if price pushes to the upside, then that's still it. Understand me? I have nothing to say and I have nothing to do. So the 4 hour, my trade idea from the 4 hour is we have a potential rising wedge. We bearish below intraday lows. The lows which I just marked out, we continue bearish once we get breakouts of those very same lows. Understand me? So looking at US 30, we can also tell that like price is obviously still showing signs that we are in that bullish move. price obviously did what, broke back into the downside and pushed to the outside. So all I can say is, because there's nothing for me to say, price is still above our resistance. I can simply wait for price to break those highs to continue to the upside. Understand me? There's nothing more for me to say. Obviously, break, retest, continue to the upside. But if now price fails to break and start moving to the downside, we can simply start taking our trades below this very same zone, anticipation of a continuation to the downside. So from the hourly time frame, there's nothing for me to say, because everything I said might be based off of the 4 hour. We had something like this, something which I didn't see, but it's something which I always pick off, or something that I always talk off. We had a potential falling wedge on US 30. Okay, this is a technical reason why I had price moving to the upside like this, because we had some type of correction, which wasn't a beautiful correction, and price broke up to the upside. And obviously, we had continuations to the upside. So from the 4 hour, I'm simply looking for price to do what? To continue bullish once we break this highs. If we fail to break, then we can start looking for that bear move or that bear direction to the downside. So my trade idea is we continue bullish above higher high, above that higher high, or we trade bearish below our resistance. That's just how it is. It's plain simple, and it's just how it is. Looking at USD CAD. Looking at USD CAD, we can tell that like USD CAD had a strong push and had a correction. So obviously with this push and this correction, we all know what we are looking for, a continuation to the downside. So we have some type of potential bear flag. So with this bear flag, all I'm simply waiting for is for break of the lows and a retest and a continuation to the downside in order for us to confirm this direction. Understand me? But if price trades above this intraday highs, then we can continue, or we can look for those continuations to the upside. So on the 4 hour, like all I can say is we're having a potential bear flag. Understand me? All I'm simply looking for is for price to break the lows for continuation to the downside. But if price breaks the highs, then I'll start looking for what? That continuation to the upside. That's just it, plain simple. I repeat, not looking for much, not looking for less. So obviously with price being like this, understand me, there's nothing for me to do, there's nothing for me to say. I won't add and I won't trade something a little bit. I'm simply waiting for price to confirm my bear flag by breaking the lows, anticipation of a continuation to the downside of a lower low, lower high behavior. But if price breaks those highs, then we can look for a continuation to the upside, because this is the market. Looking at Tesla. I'm kind of tired, guys. Don't blame me. Looking at Tesla, we can't say that like Tesla we did say that like obviously Tesla is trying to trade above our major support. Unfortunately, we did get that. So now looking at current price, we can't tell that like price had a push and a correction. Understand me? Which is a bull flag. USD CAD has a bear flag. Tesla has a bull flag. Understand me? So obviously, with a bullish flag, I'm simply looking for continuations to the upside once we break those highs. Understand me? Boom, boom. Simple. That's just simple. That's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'll be looking for. Understand me? But my overall move for the week, I can't say much. All I can say is because price tapped above our resistance, I'll simply look for a retest above or continuation to the upside, and that will be it. So my trade idea is I don't have any trade or anything right now, but the hourly time frame is a potential bear flag, is a potential bullish flag. We continue bullish above that intraday or that current market price higher high. Looking at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, okay, I can't say much on Bitcoin. I won't say much because price is still trading on one zone, understand me? I'd be looking for my sales right there, and I'd be looking for my buys right there. That's just what I'm thinking, and that's just what I see, understand me? Ethereum, obviously, because now Ethereum Ethereum has this type of double top. 1, 2, breakout, retest, anticipation of a continuation to the downside. So this is game I'm giving y'all, bruh. Price at what? A potential double top. 1, 2, understand? And we broke this intraday lows, trading above or trading below those intraday lows. So all I can be simply waiting for is for price to break this highs, is for price to break this current price lows in anticipation of a continuation to the upside. Understand? So obviously, because now price had a potential double top, broke the resistance, had a retest. Okay, price has a double top, broke out intraday support with a bear engulfing candle, looking for that retest in anticipation of a continuation to the downside. That's just market structure. That's just price action. That's just how everything is. I can't explain much and I won't say much. Looking at Litecoin because the nigga laughed so late. Litecoin, there's nothing for me to say on Litecoin, like no cap. There's nothing for me to say because we're trading above our daily and our weekly sell zone. Obviously, once we're trading above the sell zone, bro, like obviously we can look for anticipations of a continuation to the upside. But if we break back in, then let's start looking for those continuations to the downside. So last but not least, I have oil. So looking at oil, right? Oil, our structure is still what? In the downside, but looking at current price, we're showing signs of what? Price tending to the upside. And I also anticipate something like this on oil. I don't know why this is a week full of head and shoulders, and I don't know why I'm seeing inverse head and shoulders and head and shoulders so much. Is it time for price to be bullish? Are there signs of having some sort of relief? I don't know. I don't know. We can chat about it. So looking at now, oil and our current price, we can tell that like from the 28th, price broke to the downside and broke back in and had a retest above in anticipation of a continuation to the upside. So all I can say is because now price is holding some type of current market price support or this current price structure, all I can say is, bro, because now price is trading on the zone, I'm looking for price to either continue to the upside or to break the zone and look for price to move to the downside. But either way, I'm positively looking for price to continue to the upside because it had multiple rejections, came back to the very same zone, broke out and broke back in, closing with a pin bar. So the next coming candle, if the coming candle closes bullish, then that's a sign that like I'll be looking for continuations to the upside. So from the hourly, we can tell that like prices holding this zone very good. Boom, boom, boom. Understand me? So based on the 4-hour, based on my direction from the 4-hour, it will confirm what will happen on smaller time frames. Understand me? Once we get it, okay, because now we had a pin bar, we're waiting for a bullish close in anticipation of a continuation to the upside. Or if you don't want to look at it that way, simply wait for price to break the what? To break the highs. Or simply wait for price to trade below the lows and start looking for the continuation to the downside. So this is my take. My trade idea is we continue bullish above that intraday support, break out, we trade bearish because now we say we're looking for continuations to the upside. Long as price holds the support, we'll continue to the upside. But if price breaks out, then we'll look for continuations to the downside. On the hourly, we hold our 4-hour confirmation based on the 4-hour. Long as price don't break out, we continue bullish. But if price breaks out, we'll start looking for what? For the bearish move to the downside. So this is it. This is my take. This is what I'll be looking for. I'm not looking for anything to be complicated, and I'm not looking for things to be a bit hard. If you didn't understand everything I shared, bro, please drop a comment so I can have a session privately with you. I don't mind doing that, bro. Like no cap. I don't mind. Please send a comment privately so we can put in work. Without further ado, bro, that's all I got on this video. I didn't want to make this video be too long, but unfortunately, I can tell that like I analyzed the NAS for more than 5 minutes, which took more time, but it is what it is. It's educational content either way. So that's all I got on this video. I guess and I pray you all have a profitable week. I'm out.